Right, so do you want to swing across there and go into that room across the road?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right, whoever's going across, just give me a look roll.
I'll go first and make sure that the rope is attached.
Yes, we're going to tie ourselves up with ropes first as well.
Right.
Just in case.
And I made it.
Right. Well, easily swings across, showing you how ridiculous it is that you were ever afraid of such a tiny little jump.
I'll go the last, so I feel like the one who can hold the rope on this side. And only you guys can hold that rope, and then I'll tie it off to myself here, and then you guys can hold it on me from that end. Just
right, look. You zip across. Right, so who goes across? Earl is it
I'm a
Krodan, and then McLovin,
Have you
Yont, and then
if
Bowman.
you're swinging across, Bracy, you make it a look roll, which is power times 5. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Pirouette over.
And Kane, you're going across. Is Bourbon going across, or are you just leaving him there?
No, Yont and Bourbon should. Yont and Bourbon can sit here. I'll watch this side. Yeah, I'll go across now.
Okie doke.
Power times 5, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oof.
Right, you make it across. You do stumble on the edge, but you don't fall in because you're not in any real danger at the moment.
Okay.
Right, the room turns to a bright purple. Inside, and it opens up into a small round chamber. And in this chamber, you see there's some boxes. It looks like they contain food and water. There's a dirty sleeping mat on the floor, as you can see. There is a pile of stones next to the entrance to the tunnel, and there are also a rack with the javelins in. It looks like that's where he was pulling javelins from to throw you.
How many javelins are there?
There are 5 javelins left.
I want to take those and bundle them up together.
Right, okay, they're 1 encumbrance each, mind.
Yeah, but I'm not going to carry them permanently. I'm just going to get them over to Bourbon, and Bourbon carry.
Can we search this room?
You certainly can. Make a search roll.
Can we all make search rolls? Yeah.
Yeah, if you search the room, go ahead. Right, well, you don't find anything amongst the rocks or anything that's lying about in the room.
I made it.
You made it. Right, okay, Earl, under the mattress, you notice the worst hidden box ever. Literally under the mattress, there's some straw. Under the straw, there's like a depression in the rock of the cave, and there's a small wooden box in there.
I will carefully check to see if there's any traps on it using device.
You can certainly search for them. Give me a devise roll. Bracy, you're a thief. Do you want to have a look at it as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. He's the expert.
Sorry, he's a helper, isn't he? He's not a thief.
I don't see any. What do you think?
What skill is it under?
Device.
If I can see it, I'll roll on it. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, by 1%.
As far as you can tell, there's no traps on this small wooden box.
I'll
That's okay.
face the box away from everyone and open it from the back.
Right. There's absolutely no traps are triggered. And it seems to be filled with gems and jewellery, mostly. There's some kind of hair comb with gems studded in it.
Well, we'll put that in the loot bag.
And 9 random gems. I mean, you can evaluate them if you want, but
Not
right
now.
now.
Probably not the time. Nothing else in this room?
No, you don't find anything else in this room. Like I said, there's food and water. But he literally...
I'll head back down and get across again. Since they've got the rope, it should be relatively easy.
Right, so which way do you want to go now?
So check on the right, up that passage.
Yeah, we can go up that passage and have a look at it.
Oh!
Right. Up the passage, you see the 2 Trollkin who ran away. They are prostrate in front of a statue. They seem to be praying. The statue looks to be of a female troll with palms held out right.
I know which troll that is, I think. Not in character. Sorry.
I'll whistle at the troll.
It's red stone streaked on the walls. The wall streaked with red soot on the walls and cave roof. There's a large stone bowl filled with cake blood resting in front of the statue.
I'll whistle at the 2 Trollkin.
Right, they turn and they look absolutely terrified. They've dropped all their weapons. They look like they're praying.
Motion, as in, come on.
Right, they crawl across the floor on their hands and knees, appearing as little threatening as possible.
Does this look like some kind of shrine of some? Is there any indication?
If you want to roll a cult law, it's a statue with a box in front of it and a bowl you can probably see. Can you see that? Because
I can't from my character, but I assume if I was ahead 1 square, I would be. Because it's using line of sight, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a statue, there is a lead box, and there is a bowl filled with blood.
Okay.
Kian succeeded at your cult law. Yes, it definitely looks like an actual shrine.
Yeah, so no messing around in here.
Well,
yeah, I'm not really overly bothered, but I'm not robbing a shrine.
No.
No. Does anybody
I'll
else?
turn around to one of the Trollkin and I'll point at the box.
He just shakes his head at you.
Point at the box again.
He shakes his head.
Worth a try. Come on, then, let's go.
Right. Are you sure you want to leave that box, Bracy? Everybody else files out the room.
Well, it's more Bracy's wheelhouse.
Right,
No,
you
even I'm
lead
not
the
that.
Trollkin out at spear point.
Yep. Do you want to head up and check that chest up there in this room? Give it a search. Oh,
I've managed to mess my pages up here, so just bear with me a sec. Right, 14 is the red coven.
I'm gonna search. I mean, Bob and I'm gonna search the room.
Take our time, search the room.
Right, so are you just getting Tony to cover the trollkin with his spear then?
Yeah.
You just like, you tie them up, he pokes them in the back. Right, that table is a broken table propped against the wall. It's missing a leg, but it's jammed against the wall in such a way that it looks like you could eat off it. It's got a broken stool and a broken chair. It looks like as if some giant troll was trying to make some kind of civilization. There is a chest that you can see in the corner. That's a stout bound chest and it has a giant padlock on it.
Right.
Actually, I'll trot down to the dead troll bint and check to see if she's got a.
I'll search this room as well.
Right, you don't find anything. There is an enormous pile in the corner.
Of bodies.
Of bodies. And skeletons. It looks like a troll food pile, to be honest. That's what you're assuming, because there's just like legs are partly eaten off. Some of the bones are cracked and all the marrow's being sucked out of them.
I suppose there's any swords lying in that pile for Ryan, is there?
In the pile of bodies?
Yeah, you know, are they still in armour or they're all
No,
naked,
they're literally just stripped and thrown in that room.
Ah, okay.
So, there is, like I said, there's a chest with a giant padlock on.
Right. Can I search the chest for traps?
You can. Give me a devise roll.
Success.
Right, you are reasonably sure that there's no traps on it?
Right.
Owns it. Boom.
And I have lockpicks.
You do? That's devise again. Don't forget to check your devise.
Well, I'll wait and see if Earl comes back to see if he does have a key.
Right, Earl, you search the body. She doesn't have a key. She's basically in a loincloth and has some kind of makeshift helmet on her head, and she has a two-handed maul that she used as a club. But even that's like just a bit of a tree. It's not an actual proper maul.
Right, I'll head back and go, no key.
I bet bloody what's his name at it.
But it is a padlock.
Whiteeye.
It's a bronze padlock.
I'll try picking the lock then.
Right, go ahead. This will be an excellent time to channel your darkness. I think you've got darkness or illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Both thiefly.
Okay, so what do I need to roll for that?
You've got 60% darkness.
60, so
Darkness.
100 is it?
Yeah. Or you can just click on the actual darkness rune itself.
Yeah, like the symbol itself, if you click on it, it rolls it. Pretty cool.
It will ask you for a modifier, you just click submit, because that's asking if there's any bonuses or penalties. Yeah, so you have a 20% bonus to your devise roll. And you also you take your darkness rune, because you now increase your darkness as well. So if you succeed at using a passion or a rune, you can get an increased roll on those as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn it.
Right, you feel to pick the lock. It is a bronze lock.
What's these their heads on these javelins that way?
Bronze. They're all bronze.
Bronze.
You do know bronze is reasonably soft. Swords are quite hard because they have a tempered edge. But even those bend.
I'll stick the haft of me spear through the hasp and then twist.
Right, okay, if you want to make a spear roll then. Because that always works so well, doesn't it?
Never gans wrong my roll.
Hang on, I've got a Jimmy. What would that be made of? Bronze or would it be that iron?
You know what I mean.
You can't even defeat a chest. Nah. What is wrong with?
Right. Basically, it says armor strike breaks, but you're using your spear. There's a nasty crack, Earl, and your spear takes 2 points of damage because you've cracked the wood of the haft.
I'll just turn around at Kane and go, what did I do? Seriously, what did I do?
Seriously wrong.
You've offended some god somewhere.
Let me have a go with me, Jimmy. That's what
Go on, then, Jim.
Right. Okay. You've got a pry bar, have you?
Yeah, it says I've got a Jimmy in my toolkit.
Okay, Bracy whips his Jimmy out. Give me a strength roll. Just roll a D100. What's your strength?
Strength is 16.
Yeah. Right. You rive it backwards and forwards a few times, and then you manage to snap the padlock off. You think it's more really? It's not to stop a determined person getting in. It's more to just stop the troll from going in and nicking everything. To be fair. Right. So Bracy rives the padlock off with his Jimmy.
Carefully open it, standing to one side.
Right. Okay.
Just in case. And see what's inside. Right.
You open the chest. Inside that. There's a lot of things all sort of piled up. It holds decayed and moth-eaten clothing, a sack which rattles when you move it, and there's also what looks like the left side of a statue's head. It looks like the head of a bubble-eyed goldfish with gills and scales, and the stone is blue marble with green streaks. The eye socket is empty. So if you want to give me an evaluate roll, Bracy,
okay,
it should be on your character sheet.
And it. Evaluate.
It'd be a knowledge skill.
Say, nah. Could be worse, something. Might not be. However, cult roll to see if I can identify actually what it is.
It just looks like a part of a statue. There's not enough of it to identify it as any particular god or anything like that.
Okay.
You just think it might be valuable, but obviously you can't be sure because you fail your roll.
Could be, lads. Might be worth keeping. Right. Okay, we'll give the chest a good search, then have a look underneath it as well, just in case.
Right, okay, give us another search roll then. There's a false bottom, and then I searched the false bottom. Right, no, it's just a wooden bound chest. Because once you pick all the stuff out, you shove it about, and it's not nailed to the floor or anything. There's nothing underneath.
Okay.
We've got these sacks to check as well.
Can I check the body room specifically? see if there's nothing in the pile, because I think the pile is strictly going to be...
So you're actually going to dig through the pile of rotten bodies. If this is a pantry of sorts, you don't know why a troll would eat it, because it's disgusting. They're in different stages of putrefaction. Like I said, there's bones gnawed on, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. I'm not afraid of the sight of death, that's for sure.
Right, so Bracy, are you taking all the stuff out of that chest?
Yeah, I'll take the stuff out of the chest.
Right, okay. Ryan, you literally, are you going to use your bare hands, or are you just going to use one of the javelins and poke through?
I'll pick through with Bobbin's short sword.
You take it off and it's mine now. You dig through and you don't find anything. It's literally a pile of bodies.
Is there a piece of cloth anywhere that I can just wipe the sword off and give him it back?
Yeah. There was some clothing that was in the chest. I assume Bracy didn't take that because it says decayed and moth-eaten clothing. So
yeah,
I assume.
I'll use that to wipe the blood on and then give it back to Bobbin. I want to take one of the javelins off him as well and give the other 4 to Bobbin to hold for now.
Right, okay then. He'll carry them for you. It is still dark in here. I've just turned the light on because you're moving room to room and searching. I'm assuming you're going around with the torch rather than moving one square at a time kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right, so you move down into the next room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll join the prisoners up together.
God, this looks great.
Right, yes, you have 3 living Trollgen. The one that you speared through the arm, shot through the arm with the arrow, he'd been healed when he'd run off, and then he'd been healed, so...
I'll turn round to the Trollgen and say, any use speak. That's a northern.
That is definitely a no.
And
98 says no. They look at you.
Right. While you're searching, I'll get a bag and start collecting heads. Because they did want heads, didn't they?
Yeah. So the Trollgen all look terrified at this, and they all cower away from you as you basically have to saw through people's heads.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I think I'll buy a saw just for these.
Just for collecting heads, I'll just buy some. Right, so yes, only the central bag didn't have the life forms in, the life forces in. You took the left bag, the right bag's still there, but you've seen things in there. And if you listen carefully, you open the left one, the right one's hissing.
Was there anything else in there but snakes?
No, just a load of snakes.
Middle bag.
Right, the middle bag chinks when you pick it up. Do you open it now, or do you just carry it with you?
No one open
it. There is a bunch of clacks, a bunch of lunas, and some wheels. So there's a flash of gold amongst it. There seems to be some kind of gem, a bigger gem, and a scroll.
These gem... What? Sorry, a scroll, did you...
Yeah, written on vellum, i.e. calf skin.
Shove it all in the treasure bag.
Can any of you use those posh bastards what can read and write?
I can read and write, I believe.
Which languages?
I read and write. I'm just double checking. No, I can't read and write actually.
Right.
Can't do that. I'll do the
no, because I like women.
I don't read and write because I like birds, me like.
Yeah, you probably still can't read them either.
No. Nobody can.
So yes, from this room, obviously there's the 2 ways you've been. There's also a room to the west, and there's a little tunnel to the east, which slopes upwards from where you are.
We'll check west first, and then.
Does that area with the tiger skins look like that was like a sleeping area, or?
It does look like that, yes, from what you can understand.
Okay. I'll give that a search in there.
I was going to say, take with time, search everything. It's not like we're going to run out of torches.
Next to the pile of tiger skins, it looks like there's bones and some crude dice cut together that they're scattered around by the skins. It looks like they've been abandoned halfway through a game.
Yeah, a game of Runequest within this.
Yeah, they were all playing Runequest and they were like, I'm going to fight the humanity. You critical!
Like, alright, we'll get it. And it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I can't find
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna search up where the skins are as well and give McLovin.
Yeah. Give me some searches.
Get Bourbon in on it too. No, we don't.
No, you
Can't
don't
find
find
anything.
anything other than the skins and the bones.
The skins are just normal skins, right? They're not of like a particular.
Right.
Like,
You go into the room, Mark 13. That is, it's got 2 fire pits in, as you can see, and sitting stones are next to the fire pit. Next to the doorway where you are, there's an unsavoury looking pile of bones. The walls are an orange red, and the wall opposite the bones, there's something written on the wall, but that means nothing to none of you.
Right, I'll search the room and I'll poke through the unsavoury pile with my broken.
It hasn't broken, it's just lost 2 points. This is why repair is an awesome spell.
That's true.
Right.
But I can just get another bit of wood.
Right, go ahead. Give me some searching.
Should stop closing my character sheet.
You should get 2 monitors and open your character sheet on the left hand one.
I have.
It's like he's got 2, and then he's purposely got one on a swivel arm. That it's purposely for that reason.
No, Krodan doesn't find anything.
What room?
Yeah, I'll give it. I may as well search as
Yeah,
well.
we'll all go on.
Yeah.
I think knowing my record, all of the things I do should be backed up by at least 2 competent.
Too competent.
Three
Nobody.
competent people.
Right, you
Can't
don't
find
find
it.
anything fun in this room. It just looks like a coven room. There shouldn't be anything.
Do you want to check off down below the skins? There's that little passage.
Yeah, you've got a narrow winding passage that way.
I can get Dag to search.
I mean,
Look for treasure, Dag.
Right, Tony has got all of the trollmen tied up together.
Dag found treasure.
He's got them tied to the spikes and he's holding them. He's guarding them with a spear because he didn't come. So that's what you get. Right, so you should be able to just move down that tunnel. That tunnel is. A 1 meter wide twisting tunnel. It has convoluted. It's a convoluted passage. As it turns, it gradually rises. The walls change from white to yellow as you're moving along. You're sending Bourbon in first.
I mean, I was just because it was. I didn't think it was going to be wide enough for me.
It probably isn't at the point. Hey, Bourbon can get right down it.
Right. Yeah. Well, Bourbon will go first. Well, you'll go down ahead of me.
If you want to squeeze through that gap, then you'll have to.
What with Bourbon? Do I need to roll? Make a roll with?
No, Bourbon can get through. He's tiny. He's
Okay.
only size 6 or something. He can get all the way
Yes,
along. The tunnel. The tunnel's completely empty. You don't hear any noise. Bourbon hears the sound of water as he comes around the.
Oh God. Ah, so it's here. This is why it drops us off. It's basically like cavern where
Earl got stuck on the other side of that.
I can
because he
see
was-
Whiteeye. I want to shoot him with me sling.
Yeah,
Can I actually see him?
No,
Can I
you
do
can't.
it?
There's a troll crawling out of the other side. Ah, I've made
Can
it.
I legit do a scan roll to see if there's any signs of him?
We're bobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. But bear in mind, this should be dark, so you can only actually see 3 or 4 squares.
You can't see anything.
Yeah, you can only see 3 or 4 squares. No, I just moved Whiteeye down there because that is obviously where the stream.
Yeah, I was
empties out.
Yeah, I was just joking.
Right.
Okay. Well.
Check the left side of the complex out then.
Yeah, and then Bobbin will shimmy all the way back to me.
Oh, shit's getting real.
Why can't I put it through the black? I can't.
Yeah, you got to go all the way around. It gets weird.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, you can't move it because I've turned the walls on. I've actually made walls.
So I can't act. So I've actually got to do this.
Yeah, you actually have to do this.
When you can manage it, it's awesome actually.
I spent hours drawing round. You have to draw around the walls with a little map tool. Spent about 4 hours doing this map.
It's really good.
Right. So, you go to there, Earl. You're walking down. Are you with him, Bracy?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm caught up. What is that in there? Good old troll grenade.
Oh, I cut his head off on the way past.
Right. So,
Shit.
Whoa.
as you come down that way, as you're walking down, you see 3 newtlands come walking towards you. They literally look like they're not man-sized, they're smaller than man-sized, but they're humanoid-shaped newts. They carry tridents, short spears in one hand, and they've got nets wrapped around them. They look like half cloaks or half either set as a cloak or as a shield, you're not sure. And they come walking towards you. They've got their spears in their hands, but they're pointing them at the floor. And basically, one of them steps forward and he holds his spare hand up and he says, "Friend in trade talk."
All right, yourself. What can I do for you, little lad?
He says, You have the eye. You are the one that has been prophesied.
I've got 2. This doesn't sound good.
Flip even.
And then he sort of they make some kind of weird bow to you. But they're looking at Bracy.
Oh, this before.
That's because you got the statue.
Okay, right. I'll slide my hand into the bag, the loot bag, where I put that, that half fishy head thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll slowly pull it out. And with like a quizzical look,
Right.
present it to them.
You pull it out and they immediately fall prone. They do the "we are not worthy" pose in front of you.
Oh, crap. Guys, you're worthy. Get up.
And he says, "You are the one that the newt said would come, the great newt."
Okay.
McLovin, master of newt.
Yeah. Okay. I'll walk up to the one that's obviously the leader, and put the fishy head thing down in front of him. Then step back.
He says, "Oh no, I'm not worthy enough to pick that up." You're the chosen ones. You have to repair the statue. You have to come and kill the great mother lizard. He says, my name Fly Snapper. He says, you've been prophesied to kill the great mother lizard. You help us, we show you great treasure.
I'll turn round.
Ching!
I'll turn round to Kane and quietly whisper, I've met his brother, Fly Sniffer.
You're an idiot.
Okay, I'll pick the statue bit back up and go. Where's the mother lizard?
He says, we take you the statue first, statue of Newtland God, and you fix statue, and then you swear you kill mother lizard, you help us.
I'll turn around.
We give great treasure, and all we want is these blankets full of smallpox.
Maybe we should finish searching round up here first, and maybe have a bit of a rest before we start doing whatever these guys want us. Just
Yeah, makes sense.
He says, yes, you do that. We take you somewhere safe. You sleep. We give you food.
We need a sword.
Right. So, are you searching this room first?
Yes.
They are standing there. If Newt could beam with smiling, they look so happy to see you. And they're particularly like giving beaming Newty smiles at Bracy.
Okay.
And we are in room 10. Room 10 smells very bad, and it's orange yellow rock. It looks, there's a massive pile of refuse at the end of the cave that you can see, and there's some like sleeping furs strewn about.
I'll have a rake through the refuse the same way as I did before, just poke it carefully with my butt of my...
Right, okay, give me a search roll then.
Are you searching the poop?
He's searching the enormous pile of trollkin poop as well. Do you know what comes out of it?
Yeah.
Do you know what comes out of a trollkin?
Fumble. He's fell in the crap.
Yeah, Earl, you poke it with your spear, but you lean forward. Your spear is not too grand. The point slips because of the way you've been trying to bend locks with it, and you go face first and get a right gob full of trollkin poop.
I'll stand up and just be like, this day cannot get worse.
Hold my pint. Watch this. I'll do a search as well.
I'm not. Sorry. I don't even go that low. Bobbin does though. Bobbin loves that stuff.
Bobbin loves it.
Bobbin really loves it.
Are
Doesn't
these
love it successfully.
lizard guys the same ones that we saw at the beginning of the adventure that were on top of the...
No, they're dragon newts.
Rock
They're all scaly. They look like humanoid dragons. These literally look like humanoid newts. They're quite a common sight along the waterways. They paddle their little boats along, and they're basically sometimes they'll take passage for people. You've heard of them before. They're not overly aggressive. They're just like anything in Grantham. Most things are just people. You know what I mean? Right. So the searching. Right, you find an enormous pile of trollkin poo. Awesome.
While everyone's searching, I'm going to go back to the water and have a wash.
The water, which water?
Any fucking water.
Right, because you've got the stream, which is down the crevasse, or you've got the water cavern, which again is off the ledge.
Do you want to go up to the stream? I tie a rope around you, you dunk yourself in, and then we'll pipe.
No, because I'll end up hanging myself or drowning.
Well, Bobbin walks around the corner and says there's actually a pool around the corner that you could get washed in.
I'm going to go.
we'll head up there.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Before I get washed, I'll check the pools for sharks.
Those underground cave sharks that just...
Because I'll find one if
Yeah.
they exist.
The watcher in the water, the Tolkiens, you've been attacked by Tolkiens.
Some days things never go right.
Right, what you can see against the wall is a second enormous pile of Trollkin poo.
I've done my time. Oh, wait a minute. I've been in one set. Why not? I'll have a try at the other one.
You just go in with your hands. It's like,
why not?
now.
I'll just go and have a rake.
Right, go on, give us a search roll.
Maybe you can embrace your darkness, right?
I embrace. You're certainly embracing the darkness. That's what you're doing, mate.
No.
Right, you don't find anything. However, when you dig in the poo.
I'll still be judicious when I do it, and I'm going to go and get a proper wash, like take my clothes off and scrub myself.
You dig away at the poo, Earl, and you uncover this tunnel behind the poo.
Oh.
Look at you, Joe.
You found an enormous poo tunnel.
Before I have a scrub, I'll have a look down the poo tunnel.
Oh my god.
Right, you'd have to wade through the remnants of that giant pile of poo.
Why not? Why not?
Right. In that case, you're going to like this, but not a lot.
The amount of diseases.
Right, Earl, the walls are pale orange and the cave floor turns to fine sand. The walls are smooth as glass and cool to the touch, and they lean 60 degrees to the horizontal side. So you'll have to lean against the wall to walk.
All right, I'll smear myself along the wall, leaving a brown streak along.
Right, okay. Earl smears yourself along the wall. Just you move along the tunnel.
I'm well greased.
Right, okay. So you're literally idling sideways along the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it turns sharply to the left, and I mean sharply.
I'll be careful.
Bob and I'll go with him to hold his hand.
Right, okay. So
I don't think Bob wants to touch
how
my
far
hand.
up are you going?
I'll listen.
Okay. You hear nothing.
I keep going.
Right. As you go around that sharp bit, you have to sort of slide round, and the corner point is like an obsidian knife. So please roll a Dex ×5 roll. You're gonna fumble again, aren't you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Right. You get round, but you brush your arm against the flake of rock, and it literally cuts through your armor like it was just paper, like it was nothing there. But you haven't actually caught your skin, but you just caught it on your arm, and it's literally razor sharp.
Bobbin can
Very careful.
Bobbin can see that and
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, Bobbin's
He's gonna hug around it.
hug the other side.
Like you literally have to hug the other side. So are you going by yourself? So Earl's just disappeared into a dark tunnel.
Yeah, I've sent Bobbin to look after him, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Quest complete. There's
I'll
nothing else
listen
to
again.
do.
Right,
Go on
Earl,
then.
Right, you have to slide round again.
I'll listen.
All right, you have to slide down again. You need another dex roll. The walls are razor sharp. And this is with you taking your time. You try not...
Oh, crap.
Right, so you brush your... You brush...
Balls.
You're sliding against the wall. Your tadger catches hold of a loose part, and...
What?
Right, you take 10 points of cutting damage to the abdomen.
That cuts me in half.
Did you
Hang on.
die to a wall? Like,
No,
really?
hang on. That's that hasn't rolled properly. Sorry, you haven't died off. I'll cut his tadge off and bleed to death.
Oh, just like it would
Like
round
I
off
said,
his
it
whole
seems to be
ear.
lagging a bit, so some of the things are not coming when I'm typing. It's taking 2 seconds as well. So, yeah, that was a D20. That wasn't that high. So 4 points of damage to the abdomen.
Right, I take a point. Ah!
Right, you've got a nasty cut down your lad. Right, and you get round the corner, but now you're faced with a sharp point going one way and a sharp point going the other way. Bracy, are you going to try and slide round that corner?
You want to be really careful down here. It's like climbing down a cheese grater.
Yeah, I'll try.
Right,
Said
dex
next
times
time.
5. I didn't write this.
No worries.
Right, yeah, you get round the corner, okay? Like I said, you happen to lean at a 60-degree angle as you're crawling down the tunnel. Are you rolling for Bobbin as well as he's going round? This could literally cut Bobbin's head off if he slips.
Yeah, leave Bob in there, mate.
He's really small though. Wouldn't he not?
He
Would
is
he?
very small. He'll only cut himself if he fumbles. Because he's tiny.
Fine. You come with and you'll roll. So it's dex times 5, right? Did you say?
Yeah.
Please don't kill Bob. We're good. Oh no. I mean, it's so funny.
Right, I'll head down.
Yeah, he didn't fumble, so...
Yeah.
Right, okay. Earl, it occurs to you that the way that rubbish was packed in, it wasn't so much to hide the tunnel as it was to block the tunnel to stop anything getting up there.
Oh dear.
You realise this as you get halfway down this long stretch of tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, but is it there to stop something getting out or just getting in?
No, it was definitely packed in from the like I said, there was sleeping furs and stuff lying about, so it was packed in from that side. Right, go on, give us a listen then. Are you going around that corner, Bracy, because you need more dex rolls?
I'll let Earl do his listen roll just in case we need to run.
Right, you hear faintly ahead, you hear squeaking, like a lot of it.
Crap.
Earl's just suddenly stopped, leaning against the wall, thinking,
Animal law can identify the squeaks.
You certainly can try, go ahead. No.
Rabbit, isn't it?
It is, it's rabbit.
Right, I'll keep going forward very carefully now. I'm going to snake.
You're going to try and sneak, okay? Go ahead.
Gonna roll really badly all the way, and then just die.
You're just going to cut yourself to ribbons on the sharp rocks, and that'll be the end of that.
I'll end it all. I'll find a corner and just saw my own head off. I'll probably fumble that as well. Right.
Right, okay. Well, you continue down. Oh, it looks like another sharp bit, Earl, and you know what that means. It looks like another 2 sharp bits, in fact.
Got the hang of this now.
Yeah, peasy peasy.
And again.
Yeah, round that bit. Bracy, hope you're rolling.
I will do, okay, I'll go around.
Yeah.
Right, Earl, as you start walking down that section of corridor, the squeaking gets much louder, and the ceiling starts to go like
batty.
come down. So it looks like as you get further down there, you're going to have to start stooping, and possibly even crawling as you get down that cavern.
Right, I'll keep going very carefully. I've got my shield up and my torch in the other.
Yeah, Bourbon's got his sling ready.
Poor Bourbon. Poor Bourbon.
Not happy about this.
No, Bourbon can run, okay? Like, first sight of trouble, Bourbon is heading back.
Right, Earl, at this point, the ceiling's actually touching the top of your head, so you now haven't started to stoop.
Yeah, I'll crouch.
Right, okay. In an excellent fighting position, Earl crouches. Are you coming along as well, Bracy, or are you giving up?
I'm going to hang back a little bit.
He's standing there at that double Z going, shut up. Right,
Yeah,
Earl, you're literally like, now it's half your height, so you sort of nail crawling along the corridor. As you can see, it opens up into a massive, wide, flat room. Both the floor and ceiling are flat but irregular. It's all mottled, dull, and yellow brown. Right, you hear the sound of many scampering feet, and the squeaking of many rodent voices.
I'll look around very carefully.
Right,
You're
just in front of that sea, right? It dips sharply, and to go further, you would have to crawl on your belly. Right, but you can see where it has point C. You should be able to see on the map. There's a skeleton there.
Right, I'll have a look at this skeleton.
Okay. Right, the skeleton is pointing towards the tunnel. Its bony fingers are 1 meter from the entrance. It's wearing a bronze cuirass and a closed helm. There's also a broadsword, a dagger in a sheath, and it looks like coins scattered about where it's thingied, where it's been lying there.
But I'll say quietly.
You can reach it, but you'd have to crawl on your belly.
I'll get Bourbon.
I will
Bourbon
crawl
will
on my
creep
belly
ahead.
forwards.
Are
Right,
you
I've got my
serious?
shield up and my torch on my other hand, and I'm going to crawl to the side of it. Like, have Bourbon crawl up where I was, and I'll pass the stuff to Bourbon and tell Bourbon once he's got the sword to scamper back and give the sword to.
Okay. This is so scary.
Right, okay, right. You reach out, you grasp the sword, you pull it out, and you pass it behind you to Bourbon, and just then there is a loud, shrieking squeak, and literally a wave of rats just runs over you, just paws over your body, like literally covering you from head to foot.
I will curl up, pull my shield in tight, and wave my torch around.
Right, okay, you roll it up wall. That's a fantastic defensive position.
It's against rats.
Right, okay, so Earl, you feel them literally swamp you all over your body.
I will try to dislodge them, thrash, burn them, anything.
Yeah, Bourbon will
Right,
attempt to...
you feel little rat nips all over your body, but you take some serious damage to your left leg. You take 6 points of damage.
Ow!
and they're literally swarming over you. They appear to be starving. You're not sure if they're going to eat you or.
Oh, this isn't good.
Right, so
I'll cast Beastmaster on them. I have
right,
to look it up, but I might be able to take control of them.
I believe you will. So you need to roll your rune. That's a rune spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You cast. So roll against your rune.
Right, see which my rune is for it.
Normally it's one target, but I will allow you to roll against the rat pack because it'll be awesome and heroic.
What rune is it though? Oh, harmony. No, that's not a rune.
Whatever rune.
I'll use harmony.
Whatever cult rune it is.
Uh,
It's normally your highest rune, basically.
It's harmony. Oh, I'll use my luck. I'm losing luck.
Right, okay.
If he fails the second roll,
He'll
We'll
be
just
dead.
kill his
He'll be
cow.
eaten by rats.
that is true.
What a way to go, Earl. Eaten by rats.
Oh,
Nice.
Special, nice. If you get a critical, you cast it and then don't use any rune points.
that's
Right.
nice.
You
I'll
cast.
turn around the rats now. Now, how are you, lad? That's no way.
Right. They all stop what they're doing. And they all surround you in a semicircle. Their little beady eyes all looking at you. It does only last 15 minutes, however. So I would decide what you're going to tell these there's 13 packs of rats there.
I will tell the
There's
rats.
over 200 rats were crawling all over you and biting you.
I'll tell the rats that there is loads and loads of dead troll bodies to go and eat.
Right.
Actually, I'll tell them that'll only take them 5 minutes, so I'll tell them just to sit around and maybe dance or something, whatever, and let's check.
Just dance.
Just dance, just follows
Just
about.
wait around,
Right,
guys.
you crawl.
Come back here, you coward! Look at Bob and
Right.
Well, that wasn't me. That was
Yeah, Bob was running away because Earl's covered in rats. He's all
Yeah,
covered in rats. Right.
on. I know.
Earl,
Bob
unfortunately,
comes back and all the rats are just sitting, spelling different words out on the floor.
Earl, there's another skeleton there, and you have to go on your hands and knees. However, you hear more rats. Like, more rats.
Alright, I've got 13 packs of army rats. I'll move my pack of army rats in front of me.
Right, okay.
My God.
Rat
So-
war!
Right.
Come on, you ratty bastard!
You approach the skeleton. The skeleton wears dwarf armor, Earl. Otherwise known as chainmail.
Right,
Because only the
That's
dwarves
like
know how to make it.
that's all.
Size is it?
It's a chainmail hauberk. It's a human skeleton, so it's going to be
Human sized.
human sized. But basically, nobody makes chainmail. It's only the dwarves that make it.
They use 2 sticks and they just turn the wire into stuff. It's very complicated.
It also has a broadsword, a broken spear, and there are some coins scattered about.
Collect it all up, pass it
Yeah.
to Alban in his bag,
It's going to be dragging it up to McLovin at this
move
point.
over to A.
Right, 3 rat packs attack, but you set your rats on them, and they're quickly torn to shreds by their comrades. You
Right,
little bastard.
Krodan the rat.
Right.
I'll move down to A with my pack of rats.
Right back.
Right, yeah. Well, you've lost a pack of rats, but they've killed 3. You hear more rats. Right, 3 more rat packs pounce out, but your rat army tears them to shreds, and you lose another pack of rats. It is a Newtland skeleton. The skinny arms and webbed hands clutch an arm broken from a statue. The rock is carved from blue marble, veined with green, and there's also a flint knife here.
I would take them as well.
Right.
I'll check D, and then I'm going to check this little bit at the bottom.
Right, so who's going to carry this chainmail halberd and this bronze cuirass? Because I don't think Bobbin, he's going unless he drags it in it like
He's
a
just
sack.
going to drag it in the
up to
sack,
McLovin.
and
He's
then
just
I'll help
dragging
him
it
up for
along.
Go and tell McLovin to
Right.
get his lazy ass down here and get some of this loot.
Right.
Right. What I'm going to do in the meantime as well, Rich, is whip out one of me pots of rhino fat.
Okay.
Right. Assuming it's flammable.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's kind of for spreading on you. It's magical. It's not. It's not just
Yeah.
normal rhino fat. It's a magic.
I know, but it could be the difference between getting out and not getting out.
No, we're all right, man. I've
Right.
got some friends.
All right, okay then.
You
I'll
find a
make it-
trollkin skeleton, Earl.
Right.
You're attacked by more packs of rats, and most of your rats are wiped out. You've only got 4 packs left, but you're getting close to the end of the duration of the spell. And the trollkin skeleton has some coins on it, a twisted scrap of silver metal, and a throwing dagger.
Right. Well, I'm going to check this bottom corridor, and then I'm going to set the rats to run up the corridor and go and eat the. That should keep them busy, and they're less likely to swarm up. What I know about rats, which isn't much, but if they've got stuff to eat, they're going to take the easy path and eat the easy stuff, rather than the things.
Like I
that are
said,
moving
you
around.
are running out of time, so I'm
Yes.
going to make you make a luck roll, and if you feel it's going to turn on you at the end,
I am going to leave them. I'm going to tell them to go and eat the corpses that we were at now. I'm not risking
who'd
it.
have thought command beast would have actually had a use? Huh?
Yeah, not me, in all honesty. I could have cast Draw Beast, which would have drawn them all to me.
I summon all of the rats, right?
All of them.
There's plenty of dead rats lying about for them to eat actually, because you've been setting the rats. So Bracy, did you roll to go round them zigzags?
I've rolled 2. I've got 1 more to go because I don't think I rolled around that top one.
Right. There's a weird smell. It smells like copper, and there's just bits of dead rats everywhere. That'd be great that if Earl died eaten by rats after all of he's been through.
You know what? It would not surprise me in the slightest.
Right.
That's how I went.
Okay, so you move down to this tunnel at the bottom, yeah?
Special. Get in. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It probably looks like someone set off a rat grenade in here.
Yeah. To be honest, you're better off not hanging about, Bracy. You're better off getting back of the tunnel before Earl's spell wears off.
Yeah.
Otherwise
I'll
there's gonna be a lot of angry
I'll
rats.
grab what I can off the baboon, and then I'll start making my way back up.
Right. Earl, that tunnel gradually gets higher and higher until it gets back to a normal height as you walk along.
Oh, we're on the front.
Yeah. How long's left on his spell, roughly?
Well, he told them to stay in the middle and eat the rat bodies, and then he
Oh.
legged it, is what he did.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna head back up this way then, back
Yes.
where we came.
Can I get out this way then?
Yes, you can get out through that way.
And you
I mean,
make
in
dex
fact,
times
you
5s all
go
the
back
way.
to the yellow corridor, and you can see up the slope a load of dead trollmen that you seem to have killed earlier on.
Yeah, I'm going to hack the heads off.
Right, you collect all the heads. Right.
Oh, Baldwin cut himself.
Yeah, Bowman cut himself. It's really bad.
All these Newtons looking up, I'll walk up behind them and go, all right, lads.
Is that how much damage he took?
No. He gets hit on the abdomen. It's because it's lagging when I'm typing, so you just have to bear with it.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I was just shocked. I was making sure that wasn't the case.
Seven damage. I believe he's only got 2 armor, so that's disabled his legs and leaves him on 1 hit point.
I'm right behind him, so I will cast heal on him.
Oh god, thank you.
You're really attached to Bobbin now, aren't you?
Yes, he does all the little things that Kane can't. It's great.
So what do I need to roll on?
If you're not in combat, you don't need to roll because you
Okay.
don't lose anything by failing, so you can just keep recasting it until you actually cast it.
Okay, I'll put
you can stick a couple of points of healing on it.
Yeah, I'll put a couple of points on
He
it.
was really badly wounded there.
Yeah.
We'll hack the heads off the rest of the Trollkin, and then we'll bring our Trollkin prisoners with us and turn round to the Newtlands and see. Because I can't see anywhere we haven't looked. Does anyone see anywhere we haven't? There's no corridors we haven't checked down as far as I can see.
Not on that side, there isn't.
There might be some further down.
Whereabouts?
4 or 5, maybe.
Right, so you collect all your loot and you get you heal everybody up. You get back into the corridor with the Newtlands, and they say, "Come with us. We'll take you somewhere safe, and we feed you and give you somewhere to sleep." Right?
Sounds like a really good idea.
You're gonna like this, but not a lot. They lead you back to the water cavern. They lead you south this way to the water cavern. So basically, they take you round, not the dead Trollman. Take you round to the water cavern here, and they say, "Do you just jump in? We take you to our nest." And then
Which water cavern?
They jump off.
Wait, no,
and
you
land
lost
with a
us, Rich.
splash.
Oh, that water cavern. Oh, lads, you haven't seen a git big dead troll around here anywhere.
The bad troll? No, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen the bad troll. We heard the fighting and then he's gone.
Well, if you see him, what could do with him?
Right, so where is everybody? Alright, Bracy's
well, I'll carefully walk into the water.
Right, well, like I said, it's a drop, so you have to jump.
Oh, God.
So
right.
basically, are you going for it?
Yeah, why not? What else have I got to lose?
I'm gonna time myself and with Bobbin, so I don't lose him. At the very least.
You're going to tie yourself to Bobbin.
Yeah, so me and Bobbin aren't gonna be. I don't want to leap into the water and then he just gets swept away into God knows. I've took an oath to keep him safe.
True, you have.
Oh, well, let's jump in.
Yep. Let's do this.
I'll put Dag under my arm.
Right, you leap into the water, you drop a couple of meters, and then you go sploosh. The water's deeper than you can stand up in, so you disappear under the water. You panic for a moment, and then you feel lots and lots of little arms grab you. And what they do is they grab you and they drag you through the water, and they deposit you in this room over here.
Ooh, handy.
Right. All the Newtlands are there. There's a whole pile of them. And there's a giant statue in the corner which is missing an eye, a hand, and other bits. And it looks very familiar. Well, the type of stone looks very familiar. This part of the cavern is golden stone. The statue glows dimly. It's man-sized, but an arm, part of the head, and the remaining eyeballs broken off.
Oh, an arm! I've got one of them. I'll dig the arm out of the bag and go, does this look like a ganzo?
It looks like it fits exactly.
I'll hand it to McLovin.
Okay, this is good.
Stick your hand. Dun dun.
I assume that statue you found as well as part of it, or maybe some of the gems that we found in the chest. Was it the chest?
Right, the gems. You have to put the part of the eye on, and then none of the gems would fit into the socket because it looks like the statue's carved out of the same blue stone.
Okay.
I think that's everybody in that room now. So, Bracy, you're the man with the arm and the hand.
Okay. I will try the obvious first and just try putting it on to see if anything happens. Like, does it magically reattach, or am I being too optimistic here?
No, you put it against it. It briefly gets warm, and then the arm attaches to the statue.
Sweet. Alright, and then I'll do the side of the face bit.
Right, again, it gets warm, and then the statue joins with the part that you've stuck on. The glow on the statue gets a bit brighter.
Mm. So what are we missing now? Is it the eye?
The eye looks like that's been taken out. You sort through the gems that you've picked up. None of them fit the eye socket. And this here, Fly Snap says, puts his hand on and he goes, "You swear you help us, like the new god said." And he gestures to you and then gestures to your hand. He says, "You help us, we give you great, great treasure."
Okay, I'll try and ask him if he knows where the eye is.
No, we don't know. We didn't know where other parts were. This is why you have to be the hero. You hero who bring and fix statue. We've not seen statue for many years and fixed, and you fixed it all together.
I wonder if it's in that bloody box that were left in their statue bit.
Maybe.
Well, so they're asking you to swear that you'll help them on the statue of the new god.
I'll turn around and say, if we can rest for a day or so before you need our help, because we're a bit buggered, then I will help.
Yes,
great treasure.
Yes, he says, we get you food and things to sleep on. Well, you've got bedrolls and stuff in your packs, but they're pretty wet after they've just been dragged through the water cavern.
I'll dismissively go, right, I will help. McLovin's like pondering the morals of what to do.
Yeah, it's not the morals, it's like, yeah, do I really want to?
I'll turn around and go,
go on then.
Great treasure, McLovin. Great treasure.
Yeah, great treasure, not just treasure, great treasure.
What's great treasure to something like this? I don't know though. So
I'll try and.
if
Can
it
I
was
try
in
and?
Ceres priest saying great treasure, it's a lot different to,
Yeah,
Can I try first aiding Balbin's wound?
Yeah,
Yes,
I was going to
of
say
course you can.
I'm going to get washed and then I'm first aid.
You're going to get washed, you're going to get fed. Do you swear, yes? Earl has.
Yes,
I
I
do.
swear.
Yeah.
You swear. Right. So
Even Balbin does. The
Basically-
mighty Balbin.
basically, go for it first. You first aid your wounds. So what we'll do is we will leave it there for the night. You get fully rested up, you get all your magic points back, you do your first aid, and then you heal whatever you need, you get fed up. So you don't see this happens in the background, but Whiteeye slowly comes out down that stream and washes out into the water cavern, just where the stream joins it. And he looks dead, he's got blood all running down his face, and he's washed against the side. And then his eyes flick open and he grasps the sword in both hands and he slowly pulls it out and pulls the sword out, blood goes everywhere, and then he starts casting healing. His wounds start closing, and he's like, "I'll kill you, you bastards!" And then something moves behind him. He doesn't see it because he's lying there in so much pain. And then there's just this orange goo just sweeps up and engulfs him, and he starts screaming, and his skin burns away, and all of his armor starts melting, and that is the end of Whiteeye, as he's eaten by the gorp that's in the cavern.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
That was a really bad way to go. As ways to go eaten by a gorp, pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. So we will call it there tonight. If you want to do your first aid rolls tonight, then you can. I'm just going to stop the
I
recording now.
failed one, so I'll not.
I failed first aid. It was worth a try.
Success!
Ah!
Take that first aid. Yeah. Right, so you heal 1d3 hit points.
I've got an idea. Auburn, come here.
Yes. You'll scamper on over.
I will take my belt off and strap it around his waist.
Okay.
Now, Bourbon, I want you to concentrate on that wound and push. And I'm going to try to spend the rest of the evening while we're resting teaching him how to use a healing tunic.
Healing 2 minutes. Right, okay, yeah, you can do that.
Cool. We have a healing spammer. He can
So
spam
shall
heal.
I have it on? Shall I write that down in his spirit magic?
No, I'm just going to take it back off him once he's
Oh, okay.
trained magic points because he's on the only one with loads of magic points.
Because he's never used any.
Yeah, so I figured we may as well get him to heal us up using that matrix.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a plan.
Plus, he knows, once he knows how to use it, if I go down, at least he can retrieve it and use it. Good plan, huh?
Yeah.
Also, there's a sword for you. There's a couple, I think.
Yeah, there was a couple of broads. Which ones? Did either of them look any better?
You're a humacti, just look. And you'll know
There's one that looks better nick than the other one, but
Yeah.
the bronze that don't corrode, they're both perfectly servable. And like I said, there is a suit of dwarf armor. And let's see what size it is, because it doesn't actually tell me in this. Sized for 15.
Ooh, I'm sized for 15.
So you can get into chainmail one size bigger or one size smaller, so it'll fit size 14 to 16.
I'm size 15. What size do you use?
I'm 16.
It's the same as actually it's less armor than what you're wearing on your chest.
Yeah.
But it's armor 5, and it's quite light for metal armor.
You may as well use it then.
What about you, Lubin? What's
9.
your
Good.
What size are you?
9. It will actually fit him. By that I mean you put it over his head and it drags along the floor.
It's a little tighter on the chest.
We'll sort the
Yeah, I'll sort the loot out, and I'll mark it on the thing, because I assume you'll take time to heal up.
yeah.
You'll count the loot, you'll sort through it, whatever.
Yeah,
And then I'll randomly roll to see who picked up the cursed item and things like that.
Oh well, that'll be me. You don't have to randomly roll. I guarantee that I've
I was
got
going
it.
to say, it'll be all of the javelins.
Yeah. Right, I'm stopping recording.